Hey, what's up, guys? Mr. Small Money Picks here. Back at it again to give you guys my picks for today. It is February 7th. A quick recap. We did go 4 for 7 yesterday, so about 57% ROI, guys. Once you're above 50%, it's good. Once you get below that, you're in troubled waters. But again, we want to keep that average at 70 and over. So today's a new day, new blessings, guys. Let's jump straight into it. And first game we got Cleveland versus Washington, guys. Cleveland minus 11 and a half on the road. They're just 32 and 16 on the season, guys. 26 and 22 against the spread. 14 and 8 away from home. Washington, they're 9 and 40 on the season. 22, 25 and 2 against the spread. 3 and 21 at home, guys. Head-to-head matchup does belong to Cleveland. They're 7 and 3 straight up and against the spread in the last 10 matchups. In the last 10 games, Cleveland is 9 and 1 and 7 and 3 against the spread, where Washington is just 2 and 8 and 4 and 6 against the spread in their last 10 games. The last 3 games, Cleveland has been averaging 120 points, and they're only giving up 104, where Washington is averaging 108 and giving up 125. My math here says that Washington can cover this game. I'm going to take Washington to cover the plus 11.5, Cleveland to win the game, though. Again, guys, Washington plus 11.5, Cleveland to win the game. Next game, we got Toronto versus Charlotte. Toronto minus 7.5 on the road. They're 17 and 33 on the season, 24 and 26 against the spread, 7 and 20 on the road, guys, where Charlotte is 10 and 39 on the season, 17 and 32 against the spread, 5 and 20 at home. Head-to-head matchup does belong to Toronto. They're 7 and 3 straight up and against the spread in their last 10 meetings. But Toronto in their last 10, they're just 2 and 8 and 4 and 6 against the spread. And Charlotte are just 1 and 9 and 3 and 7 against the spread. In their last 3, Toronto has given up 136 points and scoring 111. Charlotte, they're giving up 122 and only scoring 108. My numbers do indicate that this can be a close game. Toronto wins the game. Charlotte to cover. Toronto, they coming off a horrible loss. Horrible loss. They got beaten by almost 40 points against New Orleans. This is, I think, their 4th or 5th game on the road. Charlotte's just been losing and losing bad. They did cover the Lakers the other day, but they were down 20-something points and end up coming back in the 4th quarter to cover the spread. Toronto needs a win. I say Toronto wins the game. Charlotte covers the spread. Next game, we got Golden State versus Philadelphia. Golden State minus 5 on the road, guys. They're 22 and 24 on the season, 22, 23 and 2 against the spread, 9 and 11 away from home. Philadelphia, they're 30 and 19, 29 and 20 against the spread, 17 and 8 at home, guys. Head-to-head matchup does belong to Golden State. They're 6 and 4 straight up and against the spread, winning the last 2 or 3 games, guys. Golden State, their last 10 games are just 5 and 5, but 6, 3 and 1 against the spread. Where Philadelphia, they're 4 and 6 and 3 and 7 against the spread. My numbers do indicate, again, Golden State should win this game. I'm going to take them to cover the spread here, guys, at minus 5. In the last 3 games, they're averaging 121 points, giving up 113. Philadelphia, on the flip side, is averaging 117, giving up 126. I'm going to go Golden State here, guys, minus 5. The next game, we got Atlanta versus Boston. Boston minus 12.5 at home. They're 38 and 12 on the season, 24, 24 and 2 against the spread, 23 and 3 at home, guys. Atlanta, they're 22 and 28 on the season, 14 and 36 against the spread, 10 and 14 away. Head-to-head matchup does belong to Boston. They're 8 and 2 straight up in their last 10, but just 2 and 8 against the spread. Atlanta's just 500 in their last 10 at 5 and 5, and 4 and 6 against the spread. Where Boston is 7 and 3 straight up, but 4 and 6 against the spread. Boston, they did come off a blowout win against Memphis. They're 3 and 2 in their last 5 games, but they're only 1 and 4 in their last 5 against the spread, guys. Atlanta, they're 3-2 in their 3-2 against the spread in their last 5, and 4-1 straight up. But majority of those games, or all those games, were just at home. This is their first game on the road in their last. They went on a road stretch. So my numbers do indicate that Boston does cover the number. The number is sharp. I'm going to take Boston minus 12.5 here, guys. Boston wins this game in blowout fashion. Take Boston minus 12.5. The next game we got San Antonio versus Miami. Miami minus 7.5 at home. They're 27-24 on the season, guys. 28-1 against the spread, and 14-12 at home. San Antonio, they're just 10-40 on the season, 24-26 against the spread, 5-19 away from home. Head-to-head matchup does belong to Miami. They're 8-2 straight up in their last 10, but just 3-6-1 against the spread. San Antonio, in their last 10, they're just 3-7 and 6-4 against the spread. Where Miami does have an identical record, straight up at 3-7. On 3-7 straight up and 3-7 against the spread, guys. Miami, however, has won 3 of their last 5 games, and San Antonio has lost their last 4 out of 5 games. There's 1-4 in the last 5. I'm gonna say Miami did play last night. You guys know my rule. I do not like picking teams who have played the night before, but San Antonio. My numbers do indicate San Antonio can cover, but I'm going to go against it. I'm going to say Miami wins this game. Back-to-back games, double-digit wins, guys. Take Miami. Minus 7.5 here. I don't think San Antonio has enough to get it done on the road and cover the number. Next game, we got New Orleans versus the Clippers, guys. The Clippers minus 6.5 at home. They're 34-15 on the season, 28-21 against the spread, 19-4 at home. New Orleans, they're 29-21 on the season, 28-21-1 against the spread, 14-11 away from home. Head-to-head matchup does belong to New Orleans. They're 8-2 in their last 10, straight up and against the spread. In their last 10 games, they're just 500 at 5-5 straight up and against the spread. Where the Clippers is 9-1, 8-2 against the spread, guys. The Clippers here have been playing great ball. Zion Williamson is game time decision. Keep an eye out for that if he is playing. I'm still gonna go with the Clippers here. The Clippers at home, they're a great team. They're 19-4. I think they have the second best home record behind Boston.